A high-stakes compliance battle has just moved to the floor of the House Oversight Committee. Today, we are auditing the Pam Bondi subpoena. Despite a bipartisan demand for her to testify under oath, the Attorney General has curiously offered a voluntary briefing for members of Congress. As a CPA, I track evidentiary standards. A briefing is not a deposition. One is a conversation with no record. The other is a sworn affidavit with criminal penalties for perjury. Representative Robert Garcia has made the audit verdict clear. This briefing is not in lieu of the under-oath testimony required to uncover the truth behind the Epstein files. As a CPA, I look at outstanding receivables. The House is currently demanding the release of 3 million outstanding documents related to the Jeffrey Epstein investigation. Bondi has cited the Transparency Act, claiming interagency protections for ongoing investigations. From a forensic perspective, this is a classification shell game. By withholding these files, the DOJ is effectively writing off the public's right to know. The Oversight Committee is now auditing why these specific assets are being hidden from the ledger of public accountability. I'm Camilo Motato, reporting for Thu News. As a certified public accountant, I specialize in conflict of interest audits. In an audit, if a controller is using their office to protect a major shareholder, we flag that as a catastrophic failure of independence. Today, we are auditing the Epstein Coverup ledger. We are looking at a DOJ that is no longer independent of the Oval Office, using interagency communication as a line item to justify the suppression of evidence. The most alarming audit finding involves a new lead from the Miami Herald. The Oversight Committee is now moving to interview the Epstein prison guards who were on duty the night he died. As a professional, I audit inconsistencies in the record. While the official DOJ report declared a suicide, experts have identified material discrepancies, missing footage, strange incidents, and reports of a guard overheard discussing a cover-up. We are even looking at unexplained payments made to security personnel. In any forensic audit, when the security log is missing data and the personnel are receiving outside compensation, the original audit report is considered insolvent. In any forensic audit, we look for related party transactions. The House Oversight Committee has flagged a massive conflict of interest involving Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. Before joining the DOJ, Blanche was Donald Trump's personal lawyer, and also the attorney who reportedly facilitated Ghislaine Maxwell's move to a lower security facility. As a CPA, I track independence of management. When the person in charge of defanging the Epstein investigation has a history of representing the key players, the entire audit report is compromised. Representative Garcia calls this corruption at its very core. From a professional standpoint, Blanche should be recused from any decision-making regarding the Epstein ledger to prevent a total impairment of public trust. The most surprising market shift is the bipartisan nature of the Pam Bondi subpoena. A handful of Republicans have joined Democrats to force this testimony. As a professional, I look at stakeholder pressure. The Republican MAGA base is increasingly viewing the Epstein cover-up as a liability that could damage the president's standing. If Bondi continues to serve as an impediment to the release of the 3 million documents, we are looking at a potential impeachment liquidation. If the base demands transparency, even the most loyal directors on the committee will be forced to vote for a change in management. The investigation is now expanding its scope of audit beyond the prison walls. The committee is looking at 30 to 40 individuals in Epstein's orbit, including executives at major banks who financed his activities. In accounting, we follow the money trail. If the DOJ continues to hide the missing footage and refuses to audit the unexplained payments to the guards, the House Oversight Committee is prepared to launch a full-scale forensic reconstruction of the entire Epstein operation. They aren't just looking for a suicide note. They are looking for the co-conspirators who haven't been recorded on the public ledger. The final audit of March 18, 2026 shows a Department of Justice in total information lockdown. Pam Bondi's voluntary briefing is a sign that the administration is afraid of a verified audit under oath. As a CPA, my verdict is that the Epstein files are a material fact that cannot be written off. You cannot have an independent justice system when the people in charge are playing cover for the very individuals they are supposed to investigate. Whether it's through a deposition in April or an impeachment effort in the summer, the Epstein ledger is going to be balanced, and the 3 million documents will eventually find their way into the public record. But I want to hear from you. Is Pam Bondi's briefing a legitimate way to protect survivors, or is it a tactical cover-up to protect the powerful? Should Todd Blanche be forced to recuse himself due to his related party history with Maxwell? Let me know in the comments. Your perspective is the only audit that matters when the doors are closed and the transcripts are hidden. I'm Camilo Motato, certified public accountant for Thu News. Subscribe to stay informed on the financial truth behind the headlines. Stay safe.